deeds, because not every kid's biggest worry is homework or chores. From cold-blooded murders to manipulative tactics that could give seasoned criminals a run for their money, we're diving into the chilling world of juvenile crime. Buckle up, because these stories will shake you to your core. Our journey begins with a tale so unimaginable, it grabbed headlines around the world. Unraveling the Darkness, Ashley Martinson's tragic tale. It was the day after her 17th birthday when Ashley Ann Rose Martinson committed a crime that defies belief. Tragically, she ended the lives of her own mother and stepfather. The world couldn't look away as her case grabbed headlines on an international scale. But rewind a bit and you'll find a seemingly ordinary life. Under one roof with her family, Ashley's dark secrets began to unravel. What drove Ashley to such unthinkable actions? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the mind of one of the most infamous juvenile offenders. Unveiling the truth. Ashley's descent into darkness. As investigators delved into Ashley Martinson's past, a disturbing narrative began to emerge. A tale of abuse, trauma, and simmering rage. Experts believed that Ashley suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder and depression, stemming from years of abuse at the hands of her stepfather and a former boyfriend of her mother. Ashley's experiences of abuse and neglect created a perfect storm for the development of severe psychological issues. Her sense of helplessness and desperation likely fueled her violent outburst. Ashley Ann Rose Martinson's story is not just a tale of criminality. It's a disturbing journey through the complexities of the human psyche. As investigators dug deeper into her background, a troubling pattern emerged. Reports surfaced of a tumultuous family life, marked by domestic violence and substance abuse. Ashley's own struggles with mental health compounded the situation, painting a picture of a young girl grappling with demons far beyond her years. Despite the grim circumstances, Ashley's case ignited a fierce debate about the juvenile justice system and mental health support for troubled youth. Some argue that she was a victim of her environment, a product of systemic failures that failed to intervene before tragedy struck. Others condemn her actions as unforgivable, calling for swift and severe punishment. The case of Ashley Ann Rose Martinson forces society to confront uncomfortable questions about empathy, accountability, and the capacity for redemption. As the trial unfolds and details continue to emerge, one thing remains clear. Ashley's story is not just a cautionary tale, but a stark reminder of the fragility of the human condition. It serves as a sobering wake-up call for communities to prioritize early intervention and support for at-risk individuals before it's too late. In the end, understanding what drove Ashley to commit such unspeakable acts may be the key to preventing similar tragedies in the future. During her trial, Ashley's defense team painted a picture of a troubled young woman pushed to the brink by years of trauma. However, the prosecution argued that Ashley's actions were premeditated and calculated. In light of the evidence presented and considering the gravity of the crimes committed, the court found the defendant, Ashley Martinson, guilty. Despite pleas for mercy, Ashley was sentenced to 23 years in prison, a punishment that would forever alter the course of her life. As Ashley Martinson begins her sentence, questions linger about the failures of the systems meant to protect vulnerable youth, and the complexities of addressing mental health issues within the criminal justice system. The Slender Man saga, an unsettling reality check. In the quiet town of Waukesha, Wisconsin, the tranquility was shattered by a horrific incident that would send shockwaves across the nation. A twisted plot inspired by a fictional horror character, Slender Man. Anna Weier and Morgan Geyser, both just 12 years old at the time, meticulously planned and executed a brutal attack on their friend, Peyton Leutner, all in the name of appeasing a fictional entity. Under the guise of a game, Anna and Morgan lured Peyton into the woods, where they proceeded to stab her a shocking 19 times, leaving her for dead. According to the psychologist, the case of Anna and Morgan illustrates the dangerous combination of youthful naivety and the blurring of fiction and reality. Their belief in the existence of Slender Man fueled a disturbing descent into violence. As the trial unfolded, the question of accountability versus culpability loomed large. Were Anna and Morgan responsible for their actions, or were they victims of their own twisted fantasies? According to the judge, in light of the severity of the crime and the potential danger posed by the defendants, this court hereby sentences Anna Weier and Morgan Geyser to the legal odyssey, from courtroom drama to conditional freedom. Following their arrest, Anna Weier and Morgan Geyser found themselves thrust into a legal labyrinth, grappling with the weight of their actions and the uncertain road ahead. As the trial progressed, the defense sought to portray Anna and Morgan as impressionable adolescents driven to extremes by their belief in the mythos of Slender Man, while the prosecution argued for accountability and justice for the victim, Peyton Leutner. The case of Anna and Morgan posed unique challenges for the legal system, as it forced us to confront the intersection of juvenile culpability and the influence of online culture. Balancing rehabilitation with punishment was no easy task. In the end, the judge delivered a verdict that reflected the gravity of the crime, while acknowledging the complexities of the defendant's circumstances. Sentenced to incarceration in juvenile facilities, Anna and Morgan embarked on a journey of self-reflection and rehabilitation, seeking redemption in the face of unspeakable tragedy. Despite the weight of their past actions, Anna and Morgan remain hopeful for the future, determined to carve out a path towards redemption and reconciliation. The Slender Man saga serves as a chilling reminder of the power of the internet to blur the lines between reality and fiction, particularly for impressionable young minds. In the aftermath of the attack, communities grappled with how to address the dark influence of online content and the responsibilities of both parents and society in guiding children through the digital age. While the legal chapter of Anna and Morgan's story may have reached a conclusion, the scars left by their actions continue to linger, both for the victim and their families, as well as for the perpetrators themselves. Their journey toward rehabilitation and forgiveness is fraught with challenges, but it also offers a glimmer of hope that even in the darkest of circumstances, redemption is possible. Ultimately, the Slender Man saga serves as a cautionary tale, urging us to remain vigilant against the dangers of online extremism and the unchecked proliferation of violent content. It compels us to re-examine our societal values and the ways in which we nurture empathy, critical thinking, and resilience in our youth. Only by confronting these difficult truths can we hope to prevent similar tragedies from unfolding in the future, ensuring that the legacy of those involved in this harrowing ordeal is one of healing and growth rather than further despair. The Tragic Tale of Kristen Pitman. In 2001, the quiet town of Chester, South Carolina, was shaken to its core by a horrific crime committed by 12-year-old Kristen Pitman. Despite her troubled upbringing marked by family dysfunction and mental health struggles, nobody could have foreseen the events that unfolded on that fateful November day. Kristen's life was marred by instability from a young age. Abandoned by her mother and with a father described as abusive, she found refuge with her grandparents in Chester. However, her troubles only seemed to escalate when she was prescribed Zoloft, an antidepressant medication. The switch from Paxil to Zoloft proved catastrophic. Kristen experienced adverse side effects, including heightened agitation and disturbing physical sensations. Despite these warning signs, her dosage was doubled, exacerbating her already fragile state of mind. On the evening of November 28, 2001, Kristen's behavior took a dark turn. After a minor altercation with her grandfather, she retreated to her room, consumed by anger and confusion. In a moment of unimaginable horror, she retrieved a shotgun belonging to her grandparents and took their lives in a tragic act of violence. But Kristen's descent into darkness didn't end there. She set fire to the family home before fleeing the scene, taking her grandparents' firearms, her dog, and a small sum of money. Her attempt to escape justice was short-lived, as she was apprehended just 2 counties away. Initially, Kristen concocted a fabricated tale of abduction to evade responsibility. However, under mounting pressure, she confessed to the heinous crimes, callously remarking that her grandparents deserved what they got. The ensuing trial gripped the nation, raising complex questions about Kristen's mental state and the role of medication in her actions. Prosecutors argued that despite her age and troubled past, she was fully aware of the consequences of her actions, pointing to her calculated escape plan as evidence of premeditation. In February 2005, Kristen was found guilty of voluntary manslaughter and sentenced to 25 years in prison, marking the tragic conclusion. to a harrowing chapter in her young life. Kristen's story serves as a haunting reminder of the devastating impact of untreated mental illness and the importance of providing support and intervention for troubled youth before it's too late. Reflections and lessons learned. The stories of Ashley Martinson, Anna Weier, Morgan Geyser, and Kristen Pitman serve as sobering reminders of the complexities of human nature and the harrowing depths to which individuals can descend. According to a psychologist, these cases underscore the importance of early intervention, mental health support, and community engagement in addressing the root causes of juvenile crime and preventing future tragedies. In the wake of these tragedies, let us honor the victims, uplift the survivors, and strive to create a world where every individual has the opportunity to heal, thrive, and find redemption. As we draw near to the conclusion of our journey through the darkest corridors of human experience, let us remember that even amidst the shadows, there exists a glimmer of light, a beacon of hope that guides us towards healing, redemption, and renewal. In the face of unspeakable tragedy, let us stand together united in our commitment to building a world where every voice is heard, every life is valued, and every heart is filled with love. Thank you for joining us on this journey of reflection and discovery. If you found this video thought-provoking and meaningful, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel for more content exploring the complexities of the human experience. Remember, together, we can make a difference, one story, one voice, one act of kindness at a time. Until we meet again, may love and compassion guide your path now and always.